another weekend in Bangkok and I'm ready to explore this grand city. So I think I might do the same wall at my home. A few familiar brands here. I've had this one. Definitely had this one in Chiang Mai. Another one I've had that one. Okay, I like this place, it's really good. So I've ordered myself a cappuccino to get my Sunday started here in Bangkok. Try my coffee. It's a really good coffee. Ethiopian and Colombian bean blend. Really, really nice, rich. A little bit deep, bitter. And tones of cacao. So the concept for today's video, I've just been reading in the news that Hua Lamphong Station in Bangkok, the main train station, is going to be closed down. So through the course of 2021 and the start of 2022, they've been reducing the number of trains accessing Hua Lamphong. So I think I should go there and check it out, and shoot some footage and think about train travel, think about wanderlust, think about the issue and the question about travel versus destination as I explore this grand old station. So one of the terms of the last decade is staycation. There's two main parts to the staycation, in my opinion. There's one of staying in a nice hotel within the city that you live in, and then there's the being a tourist within the city that you live in, where it's the latter where I'm actually a big fan of. So I've just moved to Bangkok, so I love the aspect of actually living here with a tourist mindset. I'm actually trying to explore and get the most out of every minute, every weekend, every evening, because I'm thinking that the holiday might end soon. So I love that concept of a staycation where you see things through the eyes of a tourist. I think it's too easy to get a bit complacent when you're living in a city, that you go to your favourite restaurant, your favourite coffee shop, and you don't really explore. The only real exploration you do is sitting on your couch looking at Netflix or YouTube. So it's nice to have I really like that staycation mindset, or more so, I love having the tourist mindset or a traveller. There's a difference between, which brings me to another point, there's a difference between being a traveller and a tourist. So that traveller, I like that concept of being an explorer. And that's actually part of the philosophy of these YouTube videos, is me travelling around, exploring the place, learning about places, sites, people, culture, and sharing what I find. So I like that kind of mindset. So before I hit Hua Lamphong train station, I'm going to get some noodles, a little bite of tom yum, kway teow, some spicy noodle soup with pork. It's delicious. Spicy, fragrant, egg noodles are on point. A bit of crunchy peanuts in here too, it's really, really nice. I'm at Meat Labo. So if you ever have a chance, be sure to check out Meat Labo. If you love kway teow as much as I do, and you like quality kway teow, Meat Labo is well worth a visit. It is absolutely sensational. Just have a look, I've got nothing left in my bowl. Buildings don't come much more character filled than that one there. That looks like the set of a movie.
So cool.
Hua Lamphong Station was built and finished and opened in 1916, and it was built to transfer goods and passengers as well. Hua Lamphong got its name from the abundance of the Lamphong tree that was around this area. Now in 2021, this station is set to be closed. So in December in 2021 will be the last trains that rattle their way into this station, because there's a new station, a big transport hub that's been created, and that's a mega hub for buses and trains. So sadly, this iconic building will be not used as a train station. So what the future may hold for this station, let's hope that they preserve this magnificent building, but based on what's happened to Scala Theatre, I have a funny feeling that they'll probably knock this down. One of the sad things to notice, every time I've been past Hua Lamphong Station, there's an abundance of homeless people here. Sad sight. This seems to be a place where they can congregate, which is actually not that uncommon. Many of the big cities I've been to in the world, it's around those transit centres where homeless people seem to congregate. So nothing new really, but still a sad sight to see so many homeless. There are plans, and there's already one successful around near Chinatown. One of the canals has been redeveloped and it's become a real tourist centre. So there are plans to do the same kind of thing here as well. So that'll be lovely. Nothing better than escaping the city and feeling the soothing effects of water. As you can see behind me, construction has started on renovations and beautification of this area. So the grand plan is to have a nice canal area with a nice wide footpath area with markets. So this will be a place to come back to in the future when that's finished. I think it'll be a lovely place. It's also inspired me, I think in the future, when the water taxis, the canal boats are operational again, I definitely have to explore the waterways around Bangkok and shoot some videos about that as well. Really interesting if you've ever had the chance to explore the canals in Bangkok. They're amazing places, full of life and strange and odd sights. So I'm definitely going to do that in a future video. Course, tuk-tuk sniffing around the outside of a railway station or a bus terminal, a common sight in Bangkok. Station is due to close at the end of 2021, so if you get a chance now, come down and have a look at this station before they perhaps demolish it, close it. Who knows what they're going to do. Hasn't been any official announcement just yet, but at the moment it's kind of open. You can just walk around wherever you like. well, there's some things you can't do, as the train master has just tooted his whistle and alluded to. But there are a few trains you can climb aboard, take a few photos and have a bit of a look around and have a look at this magnificent old building. I do like this wandering around this train station. It's really, really wonderful. I'm a massive train travel fan. However, I need to clarify, trains in Europe, trains in China, trains in Japan, excellent. Trains in Southeast Asia, not the best. One of the surprisingly best things I've ever visited was when I was in Kyoto. I visited a train museum there, and there was this place on top of the roof where the museum was. They had all sorts of trains around the place, steam trains, modern trains, all sorts of things on display. But one of the most fascinating things was you could sit on the roof of this one of these big pavilions and watch all the Shinkansen go by. And I think I sat up there for about 30 minutes, and you know, it's one of those wonderful experiences when you travel. It was like, I didn't actually know that I liked these kind of things, but because I've gone to the trouble and I've gone to visit this museum, and I sat here and I've opened my mind and opened my eyes, I'm actually really into this. So that's one of the real benefits of travel, by just trying some new things, and sometimes you discover things you didn't even know you liked, like train travel. Big boy backing in. This is the terminus. So this train will load up and then it'll head up north. One of the most famous travel trips here in Bangkok is Bangkok to Chiang Mai, the overnight train. But also there's the train to Kanchanaburi as well. So maybe I'll do that in a future video. I can give you maybe I can create a video about my train trip. Second thoughts, might be more comfortable just to drive my car. Another thing that strikes me about being here in Bangkok, and one of the things I love about living in Bangkok, kind of feel like you're living on the edge all the time. The lack of workplace health and safety. I mean, could not imagine this happening in Brisbane or anywhere in Australia, where you can just step on the tracks if you like. You just wander around the train. No one's really minds. No one just. There's one dude with a whistle down there. I don't know why he was blowing that, but I can just walk on the tracks there. It's definitely a place where common sense prevails. It's like, if you want to walk out in the track and get hit by a train, it's your fault. Don't blame us. So it is a bit like, sure, you want to jump on board a train? Yeah, sure, no worries. Want to climb on the track? No worries, go right ahead. Do whatever you want. Fine with us. I do like that bit of freedom, particularly when it comes to traveling and discovery. It's nice to be able to touch the exhibits rather than have to stand 5 meters back and have the exhibits behind a glass barrier. So I've just had a cool little trip around Hua Lamphong Railway Station, possibly for the last time, and must say I feel like a bit of a fraud. I've never actually been on a train trip in Thailand, a proper train ride, so that's going to be on my to-do list. Ride a train, maybe up to Chiang Mai one day, maybe up to Kanchanaburi out that way. yeah, I need to do that. Feel a bit guilty. Feel like I'm missing out on something.